Hello, boys. Hello, girls. You are now listening, if you're on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, SoundCloud, and Tumblr, and watching if you're on YouTube. Episode 51. Again, I'm in the 50s with these motherfuckers. Episode 51 of Peter Talks Smackdown. How's it going? I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Again, you see me rocking the this time it's on the shirt, it's not on a hoodie. It's the snap code. I guess if it's reversed, you could probably scan on your YouTube and add me as a friend. That would be pretty funny if you actually did it. If it's reversed when this comes out, I see because it's coming back at me. I see the basically the mirror image, but maybe I don't know. It's worth a shot when I upload it. But anyway, Etsy, cutthemusic.etsy.com. I make these. I sell these. All right. So if you want one, again, cutthemusic.etsy.com. And without further ado, let me go into this motherfucking Smackdown, this go home Smackdown from Ontario, California. I had to fucking look online to see what the hell this Smackdown was, because I don't know if you've ever watched Smackdown. They always do that. There's sometimes, because they'd be in like some bumfuck place, they don't even really want to bring it up. It'll just be like, oh, welcome to Smackdown. And they won't give you like the little banner at the top of where they are. I mean, Raw was in Anaheim. And then it was like, okay, welcome to Smackdown. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I hate that. It always throws me off because I never know how to gauge the crowd when I don't even know where they're from. Nobody cutting a promo on the town. No one says their name. No one gets the cheap heat or the cheap pop. Anything. That shit always bother me. Smackdown. I know you're watching. I know you're listening. Stop doing that. I don't care if it's like some bumfuck place. I don't care. If you're ashamed to fucking announce where you are, then just don't go there. All right? You got to let us know where you're at. Well, anyway, you're in Ontario, California. I didn't even know there was an Ontario, California. I just know it's Ontario, Canada. Maybe that's what it was. They didn't want to get it mixed up. I don't know. Who cares? And the only thing that fucking bothered me about this show, and I was knowing that Brock Lesnar was going to come to this show, right? I wanted to hear Ranallo on the commentary on whatever havoc takes place leading up to Fastlane, knowing that Brock Lesnar was going to be on SmackDown. But nope, we do not get Ranallo. We get Michael fucking Cole. We got Michael. I was so disappointed. Honestly, when I heard the voice, it didn't register. But then when they shot to the desk, I was like, man, fuck. I mean, I will admit, and that's all I'll say about the commentary. On this first thing too. Michael Cole was fun on this one. He was way more fun on SmackDown than he is on Raw. It's almost like when he's on SmackDown, he's a caricature of himself, and you could tell that in the way he's calling the match. I could tell he's having a little more fun because it's taped. He doesn't have someone yelling in his ear live, telling him how to do things. So it definitely comes off different. Even when before they brought in like Todd Phillips and all those other guys, and Ranallo, you could tell that he was more relaxed doing SmackDown than Raw. And here it was again, especially going into this opening match, which was Ziggler and the Lucha Dragons versus the League of Nations. Kevin Owens comes out, and he's basically giving Michael Cole pure hell. And you watched the show. You know whenever there's Kevin Owens, he's going to draw his attention towards Michael Cole while he's in the ring and just giving him hell. And maybe there's been before when they've been out there and Kevin Owens gives him shit. But, like, he goes in on Michael Cole this episode. I mean, more than normal. And I'm like, wow, like, for him to get the green light to really just bury Cole on television like that, that screams volumes. But this match is a fucking great match, but you don't get this sense of you don't get this sense that this match is going on because the commentary, what happens with Kevin Owens is he can overwhelm the microphone and he can overwhelm the situation. The people that are calling the match. And you do not want to be in the ring while Kevin Owens is at is on commentary because your match is an afterthought. And this, again, a great match. There's a part where he tells her to shut up, Cole. I thought that was pretty funny. But Ziggler does the job to a big-ass distraction broke kick. Right? Because Kevin Owens, in jeans, by the way, jumps up on the apron, gets Dolph Ziggler's attention, and he turns around and bam, big old brogue kick straight in the mush, and 1-2-3 victory. The win goes supposedly. They should have got the win. You still look at the League of Jobbers and Jasons. The win goes to the League of Nations, deservingly so. Again, you got Del Rio, Rusev, and Sheamus. I'm just saying. I would have been upset if the Lucha Dragons with Dolph Ziggler would have got the win. Seriously, I would have been actually pretty upset because it's bad enough that the League of Jobbers are in the situation that they're in now, let alone losing to Kalisto, Sin Cara, and Ziggler would just make things worse. It wouldn't help them out, especially, we're trying to figure out when do they break these guys up, who turns babyface, what have you, but I guess we're going to have to wait till after WrestleMania. And now also with Wade Barrett already giving his notice that he's not going to resign, it makes things a little weird. So the sooner the better they can get out of that storyline, but until then, just keep giving them wins and keep making them look like they're making the best of their situation. You get the next segment, and it's Tamina versus Sasha Banks, and a very, very, very bouncy, enthusiastically bouncy, Naomi. My Lord, that woman is a blessing from the heavens. Jesus Christ. But this match isn't so much the match itself because I guess we're getting Sasha Banks, but I don't even want to see a broomstick in the ring with Tamina, honestly. I used to have faith that she was going to get better, but she hasn't. She still fights scared. And when you in the ring and you're performing scared, you're going to have way more chances to injure the person you're in the ring with. So if this could be the last time that Sasha Banks has ever, was singles, I hope this is the second to the last time we see Sasha Banks ever in the ring with Tamina, because if that's anything moving forward, I feel like Tamina's going to hurt her, and it's going to suck. But you get Tamina tapping out to the bank statement, and that's part one of this. Naomi comes in, attacks Sasha Banks, and they're basically stomping a mud hole in Sasha Banks. And without hesitation, Becky Lynch just hauls ass, slides into the ring, and fucking saves the day, right? There was no leisurely coming up, around the side, up the back, while Sasha Banks is still having her ass handed to her. She goes in like the baby face that she is and she's fucking kicking ass and taking names. When the dust is settled, Sasha Banks looks like she's reeling, pushes Becky Lynch. I don't need your help. It's like, that's what I was talking about with Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling. Like, they need to clean this up. I mean, it's hard to follow what the fuck is going on. And maybe it's because they're booking women. And, like, whoever's in the back is booking women and situations are making them so bipolar that it's not even funny. They're either on good terms or bad terms, good terms, bad terms, bad terms, bad terms, good terms, whatever terms. This whole fucking thing that's going on between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch is tiresome, because I understand that you want to build this sort of tension, right? What you're doing with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. But, like, at least it's consistent and you see the build. Here, it's like, well, it's like ass backwards, where you get Sasha Banks willing to run in and save Becky, and then you have Becky fucking seem that she's not really supportive, and then you have Becky who's then she goes in for the save, and then you got Banks who takes her time getting to the ring for the save, and now you have Becky again, all balls to the wall save now. And now you have fucking Sasha Banks acting like a fucking brat. And it's like, I mean, they clear it up later, but goddamn, at this moment, I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care. Let's just get this shit over with between the four of them, and everyone just move forward. You know, shake hands, hug, kiss, make out, fucking just move forward, you know? Because it's like, as long as you're booking these women in these weird sort of combinations, nothing's good is going to come out of it. It's just not. And hopefully we'll just be done with this shit and moving forward. And either Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks or even Tamina is going out to Charlotte at Wrestle. Well, I guess they will be just waiting between Charlotte and Brie, but not at WrestleMania. After that, it's not over. That's part 2. Part 3 is Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch in the back. And Lynch is like, look, we got to go into this fucking tag team match Sunday, and we got to be fucking good. If we're not good, we're fucked, right? I'm not going to be able to do it, is what she's saying. I'm not going to be able to do it if you're going to have your ego in the way of this. So, peace. And Sasha Banks grabs her and it's like, no, I'll put my ego to the side, basically. Let's do this. And they shake hands and they bring each other close and they start licking each other's face. Y2J. Chris Jericho, we find out, from Monday, AJ Styles issues a challenge for Fastlane. It's like, look, bro, I'm sick of your ass. Let's do this part 3 at Fastlane, right? And Jericho's like, well, I don't know. I'll tell you Thursday. So here is the big moment where Jericho is going to let AJ know if he's taking the challenge. Out comes The Miz. He calls out AJ, but out comes The Miz. And The Miz has a major announcement as well. And I guess that major announcement is that they have a match. And not only do they have a match, they have a match now. Now you take The Miz, even though he tapped to the calf crusher, he's coming off a great Monday night. And he's going into this with a head full of steam just to give Jericho a great match. And it's exactly what this was. This match was damn as good as AJ Styles. These two have good chemistry. I mean, it's some of the best chemistry there is out there. And what it did is, especially say, even though he tapped out, he showed that he was definitely he had a shooting chance. He could compete against AJ Styles and he could compete against The Miz. Why they didn't book these three together moving forward, like, into Fastlane, maybe a triple threat or maybe a Jericho versus Miz to get to AJ Styles kind of thing is beyond me. I mean, even on top of that, the Even Stevens, I don't agree with the Even Stevens booking for AJ Styles right out the bat. I wish you would have had way more momentum. I mean, it's nitpick, and there's things that's just like from fucking segment to segment that could be better. And I apologize if it seemed like I'm like complaining a little too much, or I'm just saying they could have done this better. But the only person really coming out of this looking good is The Miz. He's getting more heat, and he's looking like a amazing worker, an amazing competitor. But he taps out to the walls of Jericho, and it's like he taps out to the calf crusher. Now he taps out to the walls of Jericho. But then after that's said and done, he wipes his hands and he fucking sends Miz off and into a blazing ball of fire. He calls out AJ Styles again, and he's huffing and puffing. AJ Styles comes out and he's like, "Well, what's up, bro?" No redneck shit going on here, which is great. And Chris Jericho's like, "You know what? You're only as good as your last match, and I kicked your ass last time, and I'm good. I won't be facing you at Fastlane." And AJ Styles is like, "There's no way to convince you to go into this, right?" AJ Styles then proceeds to out-heel Jericho here and beating his motherfucking ass. He beats him down. He beats the living shit out of him, right? Because this is his way to get Jericho angry and fired up to take his match for Fastlane. And it works. AJ's like, "You want this, man? You want this? You want this, bro? Well, you got it. I'll see you at Fastlane. You're going to regret it." My predictions from Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling. I have AJ Styles losing. And we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. Welcome to the WWE kid. Moving on. We get Ambrose and Reigns in the back and their little bromance. The bromance continues. And which basically, they're like, "Hey, we're going to kick those Dudley boys' asses tonight." What ends up happening is while Roman Reigns is walking away, he's like, "Hey, don't pull that bullshit you did on Monday." All right? And I thought that was probably the highlight of this segment. And Ambrose goes, "You can't take a joke?" He's like, "I can take a good joke." That's what Roman's I can take a good joke. And I can say, out of the entire year, I gotta say the calendar year from WrestleMania to like this, that one line by Roman Reigns is the greatest moment this year by him. You can't take a joke? Well, I could take a good joke. Seriously, I laughed. I busted out laughing. I couldn't help it. And that's the natural ability, I guess the natural humor of Roman Reigns, right? But like, you have to get it in these sort of throwaway situations, right? It's like, it's an afterthought. That little moment was kind of like an afterthought, but I thought Roman Reigns shined more in his sort of sharp, witty humor, you know? Oh well. We move forward. As they part ways, Ambrose's attention is to the left. And oh look, it's Paul E. Dangerously. Paul Heyman. And he calls him Paul E. too, so I thought that was pretty funny. Well, anyway, Paul is like, look, bro, Brock Lesnar is in the house. Oh my God, danger. He wants that ass, right? I'm just here to let you know. He wants that ass, so protect your neck. New Day in the back with JoJo. They basically talk about how they're going to be on the cutting edge peep show for Fastlane. Whatever, dude. I can't. Charlotte with Rick versus Natalya. Not much to this. I mean, not much to this at all, honestly. Natty taps out to the figure 8. And afterwards, the Charlotte is mocking Brie by, I guess, going like, yes, yes, right? And Brie comes out and kicks Charlotte's ass, gives her a couple of kicks, and she gets her yes chance. Okay, I'll make this quick. I've said this before, and I'm not going to let this up. I understand what they're doing. Right now, because she's fucking Daniel Bryan and they're married, she is now Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan retires. Even before he retired, when he was hurt, or like out, concussed, or whatever physical condition that he was in, Brie basically took on Daniel Bryan's persona with the yes chants and the yes kicks and things of that nature. People weren't 100% on board with this, but since Daniel Bryan's retirement promo, it seems they're completely in full swing and just making her basically Daniel Bryan. And my prediction moving forward, I mean, through this, my prediction on the Fastlane show is that Brie and Charlotte is going to be no contest. And they're going to end it at WrestleMania with Brie getting basically the Yes-O-Mania treatment by winning and then maybe retiring on top. Right? Like, give her that moment. Have both Bryan and Bella have their WrestleMania moment, winning the championship while the crowd screams yes. Like, this is what I do. But I tell you this, I don't like it. I hate Brie getting that yes rub. I hate it. I absolutely despise it. It's not earned. It's not your gimmick. And I get it. It's a feel-good story. But I can't stand it. Even, I'm on record, man. I'm on fucking record. Like, months ago, when they were giving her that kind of rub, that Daniel Bryan yes rub thing, I was like, no, dude. Not going to be able to do it. And I'm still not going to be able to do it. Again, I like the story. I hope it does end, they could do a storybook ending with this. They can. They totally can. It's completely fine. But I wish it was just on her own merit, her own storyline, and not using, it makes Daniel Bryan's retirement, makes it seem so much like a work. Truth and Goldust segment in the back. And this is like, I guess this is like the last hope of Goldust desperately trying to have the golden truth. And he says, fuck it. What's our truth? I guess how can I get him? How about I present myself as a stereotypical rapper? Again, they haven't been doing too well with these fucking skits over the past week and a half or so. This looked like it had promise, but then it just went down to flames. It looked like R-Truth was going to give into it. It's like, yeah, I dig this, a rap, yeah. And then he like shot it down again. So at some point, Goldust is going to get fed up with getting turned down. He's just going to go to R-Truth's ass and maybe have something WrestleMania. I don't know. maybe pre-show. I don't know, but like to have this sort of storyline going on so close to WrestleMania with two guys that you know aren't going to be in the WrestleMania card, I just find it kind of odd. So they need to. They need to. I mean, Fastlane tomorrow. Maybe they do something at Fastlane. Maybe we find out something and they probably jump on the card last second, or we move forward Monday and they get a match Monday. I don't know. Don't know where you're headed. But again, get out of there quick because you're not getting any better with these segments. The first three were dope. These are not so good. And then we get to the main event. The Dudley Boys. The newly healed Dudley Boys, which I thought were going to align with Paul Heyman, but that did not happen. Versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. The match itself was pretty decent. Kind of cool seeing the Dudleys in this sort of form. Even though I don't care. Reigns gets the hot tag, and that's when all hell breaks loose. Right before he goes into the Superman punch. And they don't fuck up his pyro like they did last time. I forgot to even bring that up on Peter Jake Talks Wrestling. Jake has a tendency to just want to. He thinks he's faster than the world. He'll like to speed through some shit, man. I don't get time to like really analyze and talk about some shit. But I think this Monday he didn't have his pyro. He didn't have it, and he had it here. I tell you that much. It was like he didn't even ask for it. It shit just came on, and because someone got F5. But man, all hell breaks loose. All fucking hell breaks loose because Brock Lesnar shows up. You got the Dudley still in there. Ambrose is all out. Like it's just whatever. But he's out. He's coming out to get Ambrose. He has his only fucking mission is to come out, find fucking Dean Ambrose, and get revenge on the low blow from the week prior. So what happens here? They both double team Brock, but then he just powers out and suplexes the fucking shit out of both of them. You get the Superman punch to Brock Lesnar, and then Dean fucking turns on Reigns, and he's really trying to get that motherfucking dirty deeds on him this time. But then that turns into a Samoan drop, and then fucking Brock Lesnar grabs Reigns and drops him with the F5 as he's sort of in his mind reeling for what he just did to his best friend who tried to turn now. Was that a turn? Or was that saying like, look, this is a simulated situation where this is what's going to go down Sunday. We're bros, but I'm in the moment right now. I would dirty deed your ass regardless of how you feel. And that's the thing. I will say, you can send a tweet to PJTW Central or LINJAPANESE. That's L in Japanese. Or you can leave a comment below. Do you think that was like the official turn for Ambrose? Or do you think it was just a moment thing and then we'll see going into Sunday? This ending, oh, wait a minute. Not only does that happen, I forgot, after the F5 to Reigns and then, just sort of bounces, Brock, you hear, it's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. All about the game. And I say, all about the Triple H comes out, and he's standing on the fucking top of the ramp. Carnage is in front of him. Brock Lesnar is in front of him. And it's like, yeah, dog. It's all about me. You guys want some? Come get some. I'll be waiting at WrestleMania. And I swear to God, compared to what happened on Raw in terms of the ending, this should have happened on Raw. Like, this ending right here should have been on Raw rather than that piece of shit thing that Jake loves so goddamn much. Like the Wyatts and the fucking other Titans, Big Show, Kane, and fucking Ryback. Right? Seriously? You're going to move this to SmackDown. And kudos to the decision of moving this to SmackDown. SmackDown needs some relevancy, man. It's looking more and more like Raw. The only thing that fucking pisses me off is that during all that carnage and that nice little fucking build towards the triple threat, that there's no Ronaldo calling it. It's Michael Cole. Now, you can say what you want. He could be out, he could be sick, whatever. I'm not buying it. I think he just was off assignment. He said, you know what, Ronaldo, I'm going to do this. It's Brock Lesnar. Stakes are high. Get the fuck out of here. You know? And no one's going to tell me different. But I would have loved to hear Ronaldo call that moment. Like, this show was good. Everything about it was good. Matches were good. You know, again, you can't win them all, but it was a better show than last week. It was a better show than last week outside of the AJ Styles Chris Jericho match. But god damn it, I feel like this show drops an entire grade. Like, it drops from like maybe an A minus to a B minus, C plus, because Ronaldo wasn't there to call that last spot. All I got is my imagination now how he would have called it. That's all I have. But no, it has to be Michael Cole. Again, I could be wrong. Ronaldo could have been sick, but I doubt it. You don't think that son bitch want to call a moment with Brock Lesnar? And then kudos for Brock Lesnar to come to SmackDown. Kudos for them to have this fucking go-home SmackDown show end in a Raw manner. The place was crazy. On top of the fact you don't want to say where the goddamn place is. Ontario, California. Big shouts to the homies out in O-Town. Oville, right? Because SmackDown sure didn't give you that shout out. And is that it? Yeah, man, you know what? That's how we close Peter Talks Smackdown. Again, I'm excited about Fastlane, I guess. This match is, we'll see. We'll see what this triple threat holds. Because that's the magic number, man. Between the AJ Styles, Jericho, this triple threat. Trying to think. I don't think there's anything else really left on the card that really is worth a damn. I mean, you got the Wyatts versus the Titans, and you got ADR and Kalisto, and Charlotte versus Brie, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Tamina. Yeah, we got Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. I think they're gonna try to steal the show, but for the most part, there's only 2 matches on this card. Only two. And that is this triple threat and AJ Styles, Chris Jericho. So I will be recording those 2 matches. I will film my reactions and have them up Monday. Again, thank you for checking out episode 51 of Peter Talks Smackdown. Again, my Twitter have 2 Twitters. PJTW Central. Again, that's PJTW Central. And then you have Ellen Japanese, LINJAPANESE. And Ellen Japanese is my handle for also Snapchat and Instagram and SoundCloud. And yeah. So check those out if you can. Leave a comment. Send a tweet. If you don't send it, or you leave a comment too. Leave a comment. Say, express yourself. You can either like or dislike. I don't care. Hit the button. Just hit a button. I would much rather you do the thumbs up or the heart and all that shit. But if you don't like it, at least you took time out of your day to not like something. And I appreciate that. It's a bunch of people on this planet. For you to, me, I'm honored. You can also like, comment, share. I guess that's about it. You can share. Put it on your social medias. Snapchat it. While you're watching, you can be Snapchatting while you're watching or listening to me. And just be like, Peter Talks Smackdown. You can put it on your Twitter. You can put it on your Facebook. You can do so many things. Your Pinterest. But as much as I would enjoy, I would love it as much to get us out there because again, it's a labor of love. We're not asking for money. We're just asking people who like the show to share it with your friends, and maybe they'll like it too. Is there anything else? Okay, yeah. Peter, PJTW Central Content. You have the New Day podcast. Me and Nathan Newman from Eyes on the Ring. You get Peter's Raw recap, YouTube only, where as soon as Raw goes off the air, I record a video talking about it. Peter Talks Sports may be returning this week. I've put off for too long. Peter and Jake Talks Wrestling. That's every Wednesday with me and Jake, the homie Jake. We review Raw, or what have you, and talk news, whatever. We've been going for a couple of weeks now, over a year. Again, we just did 79, so it's been 79 weeks we've been at it. And then you have Peter Talks Smackdown. Again, anyone interested to have a powwow with me? And honestly, I need to do a powwow with, if you're listening, Keita, we need to have a powwow soon. It's been a while. Let's get your take on what's going on in the wrestling world. And yeah, that's about it. Again, Peter Talks Wrestling with you. If you're interested, hit me up. And then that's it, man. I'm going to probably take a nap now after I do all this shit. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Fastlane. We'll be seeing you Monday for Peter's Raw Recap. We'll not be doing a New Day podcast because that's when I do my videos, okay? So New Day podcast will be the week after. And look forward to videos. But until then, I'll see you for Peter's Raw Recap. Watch out for those foreign objects.